Kirsty Simpson and I'm from Bradford. My Instagram name is fucking hell cursed. I suppose I had like the opposite of an artistic childhood. Like,
really?
Nobody in my family's artistic at all. And none of them really listen to music even. I think my granddad, like my granddad on my mum's side, he had this tattoo actually, which is a funny story that we'll come to in a minute. He had like this old like gravestone on one arm and a tiger on the other. So I got the same one. I took a picture of it and I went to see this artist in Leeds and I was like, meaningful tattoo. I want to get the same as my granddad. And it's like this tiger's head like on my arm, and it says Ceylon underneath, which used to be Sri Lanka. And he got it while he was in the army over there. And it's basically like the front of a terrorist group. Like, I got it tattooed and it's like, it looks really like the Tamil Tigers symbol.
Right.
So that's a fun story. But yeah, my granddad, you know, wrinkly old warning tattoo. It just felt homely when I saw it on my granddad. And I don't really think like there's a specific celebrity or a band where it kind of came into my cool consciousness. I suppose just like radiating around in like alternative circles and seeing them on my friends, you know. So there's not really a specific moment where it kind of came into my consciousness, but it kind of like just crept in really slowly. And I was like one of my friends to get tattooed, and I was never really interested in it. But yeah, I suppose just going to like rock clubs from the age of like 14 really. I was just a bit too young, you know, and kind of having it seep into my consciousness there. 19.
That's quite, I feel like that's older than some people.
I think it's older than most. Like most people that are in tattooing, I think.
Like trying to get them young.
They got, yeah, most of the people I know, they got them when they were like 16. But I was just not interested at all. It's covered up now. It was a lotus flower on my lower back. It was actually really, really nice. It was by Diego in Hyde Park in Leeds. And I got it done while he were at Ultimate Skin. And I'd gone in and I'd taken this like terrible picture in of like basically arse antlers, just this like not very nice tribal tattoo. Not even nice as in like, oh, it's come back into fashion nice. It was just not nice. And I took him this and I'm like, you know, I'll have that. And he kind of like drew me 3 options, none of which looked like what I wanted. But actually it turned out to be what I needed. Yeah. In fact, what I wanted to do for my first tattoo, I wanted, I think like a Geiger piece or something, you know, like you're like, oh, I'm into art, Geiger, yeah, I want a Geiger piece. And I wanted my tongue pierced at the same time. And my dad was like, I'll just take you to Blackpool.
Yeah.
We'll go on my motorbike, we'll go to Blackpool, and you can get your tongue pierced and you can get tattooed at the same time. And thankfully I never did that because I feel like I'd be having therapy for that now. There'd be some trauma there. Going to uni for art was more of me like, just maybe not knowing what I wanted to do. You know, I didn't really want to get a real job. And I didn't really know what I wanted to study. So like I studied art, and then because I was into it and because I always drew when I was a kid. But tattooing, I kind of reached a point at like maybe 23 when I started maturing a little bit and just like thinking, I need to be doing something. You know, like all of my mates around me were doing good stuff. And I'm really proud of them, and they all kind of had a vision of what they wanted to do, and I was like, I really need to be thinking now about what I want to do. And then I was just like, I think I want a tattoo. And one of my mates who I were at uni with, he's got a studio in the centre of Leeds still now. He's been tattooing a long time. He was like well into tattooing. He was the one that really pushed me to go to Ultimate Skin for my first tattoo rather than going on the back of my dad's bike and going to Blackpool. And he left uni because he got an apprenticeship with somebody in Hyde Park in Leeds. And I remember him making it sound really hard, because it is really hard, it should be really hard. And I was like, why the fuck would I get a job that I have to have homework doing? You know, like, why the fuck has he done that? I just love getting pissed, going out and partying. Why would I want any homework? But it came to a point where I could do with some homework, that'd be all right. So I just started drawing. Started drawing, got a portfolio together. Yeah, so I got on originally at a shop in Wibsey, in like this like little village in Bradford. Just this like, it was a shitty walk-in shop. It was a walk-in studio and a photocopy shop. So like, yeah, I know, right? So he had like these like fancy photocopy machines. It was this guy that he was just like, I can teach you everything you need to know about tattooing in 2 weeks. And I'm like, I don't know anything about tattooing, but I know that's not quite right. And he took me on. But I remember the first time I went to his shop, I was like, hi, I'm just looking for a tattoo apprenticeship. And I just wondered, you know, like you normally do, my name's Kirsty, blah, blah, blah. Can you have a look at my work? And he had like some guy there and he was like looking through my portfolio and kind of, there was just a weird vibe and I was like, oh, I don't really know what's going on here. And this guy sat next to him like, what you want to do is you want to go online and search tattoo flash. And I was like, yeah, man. I know what tattoo flash, yeah, thanks. And then the other guy that owned the shop, he was looking through my portfolio and this other guy like disappeared out for a cig and he just like wrote his number down and he was like, shh, ring me on another day. And I'm like, oh God, this is so weird. So that's like the very first shop I got on at. And I was there for like, maybe about like 8 or 9 months. And then I got poached by the shop that I was at in Bradford for like 5 years. I got poached. That was just, yeah, man. There's not a lot of stuff I can tell you, but I am going to tell you the first day I got on at this shop with a really well-respected guy. I'd seen him in a lot of magazines and I was like, I've made it. I've got on with this guy, this is awesome. I'm going home to my mum and I'm like, this guy, he's turned up and poached me at the shop, you know, like, he wants me, he's in all these magazines, this is brilliant. And like, I've turned up at his shop on the first day. And yeah, he was just in his underpants, like, in the stairwell of his shop crying. And, do you know, they say don't meet your heroes.
Why did you decide to move back up north?
I just felt like my time in Brighton were over.
Yeah.
It's just like a new chapter. I really missed being free range. And I just really missed Yorkshire. I love the architecture in Yorkshire. I missed my Yorkshire friends. And I just felt it was just the next natural step in my life. You know, I love all the countryside and just Yorkshire, like countryside looks different to the south and that doesn't mean it's like better or worse, but it's where I grew up and that's what I missed.
What's it like working at Seven Devils?
It's great, it's a street shop, it's a walk-in studio. I got taken on to maybe take the slack off Kaylee. Kaylee's the owner and I worked with her before, a few years ago, before I moved to Brighton. And it's just really nice, it's busy, which is the main thing, you know, like anybody who's probably watching these knows what tattooing's like at the minute. There's loads of people quitting tattooing, there's loads of people that are like really quiet and it feels so good to be in a busy street shop. The good thing is when you're in a street shop, you just get to like dip into your bag of tools and like see what skills you've accrued over the years and really, really use them. And it shows how bad or good you are technically as a tattooist. The biggest difference about working in a street shop, the clients. They're probably not quite as patient as the clients that you get in a private studio or maybe the clients that have found you through Instagram, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. You know, it keeps you sharp and it keeps you on your toes. And you're doing loads of different stuff. You're doing loads of different styles and that from the clients keeps you on your toes as well.
How did you arrive at the style that you do?
Yeah, that's a really hard one. Trial and error would be the simple answer, but not great for an interview. So I suppose I just found my strengths and found a way to marry them together in a style. I mean, it's all influenced certain styles of painting, German post-expressionism and trad. There's a lot of trad in there. And also, you know, if I'm being fiercely honest, maybe it came from a place of just trying to have a voice. Like, you know, a lot of tattooists now are under a lot of pressure to have a voice and from the need to have a look.
Were you drawing like that ahead of tattooing?
Not necessarily. I suppose like putting like block colours behind it. I remember like the first time I started doing it, like at the beginning, probably at the beginning of lockdown, and like maybe an unpopular opinion, but the iPad Pro like changed loads of stuff for me. Like, so I mean, there's absolutely no comparison to using pen and paper and tracing paper, you know, and kind of reviewing that way. But like with an iPad, you get to do it all super quick. So that really, it progressed my style exponentially because I were able to do all those things that would be time consuming in much less time. You know, so like it is very much my style of drawing. My drawing looks like that. But yeah, the iPad Pro really, really helped. It's really hard to think of a certain thing that inspires me. Like being in a certain place inspires me. Being back in Yorkshire, being in Brighton were really inspiring. Being somewhere beautiful and outside is really inspiring. And the first thing that comes to mind when you say what inspires me is actually what I can do. You know, what tattooing does for me with it. You know, from the inspiration I take. I find it really inspiring that I can be inspired by something, create a set of designs from that, and from this thing that's like a hobby and a really, really fulfilling act to do, I can be in a grown-up world and make money from that. I find that really, really inspiring. As for like what inspires me with my designs, anything and everything. I saw the Ibiza Final Boss on Instagram the other day and I was like, I'm gonna draw some tattoo flash of that. Just the stupidest of things will inspire me. So that, I find that a really hard question to answer, but I find it inspiring that what I can do with it.
What does tattooing mean to you?
Yeah, tattooing means that I don't have to get a normal job, but that's quite a flippant answer. Tattooing means everything, it's my life. You know, it means that I'm happy. Like, I've got this amazing job where I get to make other people happy. I draw on people for a living and I'm still not, I still think that's amazing. You know, the novelty's not worn off on me. And it means, I honestly think that there's nothing wrong with like any job that's not tattooing, but it's just not for me. And I honestly think that if I was anything but this, I'd be just so unhappy.